All right, so we'll get settled in. We'll find our seated mountain and grounding down through the feet. Weight evenly distributed between the sitting bones. And we'll take just a few minutes of breath work and meditation before we get started with our physical practice. So just arriving in your body, maybe closing your eyes if that's comfortable, looking out over the tip of your nose, softening your gaze. Do a quick inventory, seeing what it feels like in your body today. Noticing any sensations you may be feeling. Gently becoming aware of your breath, in and out through the nose. Just without trying to change anything, just really observing the experience of your breath. Notice what it feels like as the breath moves up through your body. Help us find a sense of calm and grounding before we begin our practice. I'm going to recommend a mantra. You don't have to do it if it doesn't feel right for you, or you can choose your own mantra if there's something that resonates more. As you inhale, I invite you to think of the word peace as you breathe in. And as you exhale, bring to mind the word full. Thinking of peace on the inhale, and full on the exhale. Working with mantras gives the mind something to focus on. Linking it with the breath helps us settle into the present moment. Letting go of that mantra now and returning to just the natural rhythm of your breath. You might want to take a moment at this time to set an intention for yourself, maybe a word or a phrase that you'd like to focus on as we practice today, or not. Whether you decide to set an intention or not, giving yourself permission to listen to your body today. I've said it before, but the practice of yoga isn't about changing our bodies to move into these postures. It's about making the postures work for us to come to us and meet us where we are in this moment. So we take whatever modifications or options feel best for us, and that may be different for each one of us. But that's all part of the practice. Taking one or two deeper breaths. When you're ready, letting your eyes come open if they've closed. Seeing the space around you once again. And we'll begin our warm-up with our movements of our head and neck. So taking an inhale here in the center. And then exhaling, looking over the right shoulder. Inhaling back through center. Exhale, looking to the left. And just moving like that for a few breaths. We all have different breaths, so we may not be moving in time together. And that's A-okay. And once more, we'll come back, center. And now on the inhale, shifting the gaze up, lifting the chin a little bit. Exhale, bringing the chin towards the chest. And keeping that movement going along with your own breath. And next time you look down, if it feels okay, if your neck's okay with it, just holding here and maybe clasping your hands behind your head. Putting a little bit of weight on the back of the head. And just breathing here for a couple of breaths. And releasing the hands. We'll roll the head from shoulder to shoulder. Just very gently listening to your neck and what it's going to be okay with. And if it feels okay, you can make a full rotation with the neck. Taking it slow, maybe even slower than you think you should. Back in the other direction. Bringing the head back to center. Now we'll drop the right ear toward the right shoulder. You can stay here or maybe cradle the head with your hands. Letting your other hand just hang down beside you. Feeling the stretch in the side of your body. And if you feel any tightness in the neck area, maybe thinking about sending your breath there, sending some love to that area. And coming back through center, we'll switch sides. Left ear comes towards the left shoulder. Taking those arm options if you like, maybe cradling the head. And just breathing here. And releasing the head. And we'll start to roll out the shoulders, rolling them backwards. And taking it nice and slow and really experiencing each movement. And now rolling them in the other direction. Releasing that movement. And on an inhale, we'll shrug the shoulders up and at the same time contract all the muscles of your face, so kind of making like a little prune face. And as you exhale, sighing it all out through the mouth, releasing all the tension. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhaling, contracting all those facial muscles. And sighing it out. Do that once more. And maybe taking a minute to move your jaw. Sometimes we carry a lot of tension in the jaw, clench our teeth. So just maybe making a circular movement with the jaw or whatever movements feel good. And letting the mouth drop open just naturally. And closing. We'll extend the arms out in front. And we'll flex and bend the wrists a few times. So just taking it as slow or fast as feels good for you. And clasping the hands and rolling out the wrists. Again, this can be whatever feels good. Figure of 8 or circles or a little wave, whatever feels good. Starting to engage those joints in the wrists and fingers. Open and close the hands. And release. Okay, then we'll bring the arms out to a T. And we'll flip the palms back and forth, rotating the arms and shoulders. So just flipping the palms up and then back in the other direction. And building strength in the arms and shoulders. And now releasing back out into a T position. And give yourself a bear hug. Doesn't matter which arm is on top, we'll do the other one next. And you can either stay with your arms like this, or if you like to move into eagle arms, so bringing the palms towards each other, a little bit more of an opening in the shoulders. We'll just take a few breaths here, breathing into the upper back. Feeling the shoulders really open as we send the breath there. And we'll inhale the arms back out, and then we'll switch so that the other arm is crossed on top. Again, you can stay here in the bear hug or wiggle your way into the eagle arm position. Just one more deep breath here. And exhale, releasing the arms back down. Now we'll do a couple of gentle seated twists, continuing our warm up. And taking an inhale here, and then bringing the left hand to the right knee, and using the chair however you want to help draw you gently into the twist. And just breathing here for a few breaths. If it's more comfortable for you to look over one shoulder or the other, keep your neck in a more neutral position, just find what feels best for you. And coming back to center and taking your hands, putting them sort of at the base of your spine and just arching your back a little bit. Elbows are bent. Chest is open. Now we'll release that and twist on the other side. So this time, right hand comes to the left knee, and twist to the left. Long through the spine. Looking wherever it's comfortable. And releasing from the twist back to center. This time we'll clasp the hands behind our back and just have a little more opening of the shoulders, so, sitting a little bit forward in the chair. And releasing from that. And we'll take a few rounds of our cat and cow now. So inhaling here in our seated mountain. And as you exhale, hands slide forward towards the knees and the back rounds toward the back of the chair. Inhale, arms slide back towards the body. Open the chest, maybe lift the gaze a little bit. And we'll just flow through that, moving with our own breath. Loosening up that spine. And once more, and then we'll return to a neutral spine. Once it's sliding a little bit forward in the chair, if you're not already, we'll do our butterfly legs. So bringing the feet a little bit closer together. Maybe the insides of the feet are even touching. And then we'll just let the knees drop open and then bring them back together. Starting to wake up the hip joints. When you're ready, releasing from the motion and walking the feet back to about hip distance apart, our seated mountain. We'll do some flexion and extension of the legs. So you may want to grab onto the chair for a little bit more stability. And so we'll just extend the right leg, flexing the foot, and then draw the knee in towards the body. And we'll just do that a few times with the right leg, moving with the breath. So we're continuing to engage the hips. Now moving into the lower legs as well. And we're also engaging the core, supporting us. And now you can release, or if you'd like to draw the knee in towards the body with your hands, lengthening through the spine, hugging the knee in toward the body. And release. Switching legs, extending the left leg now, and drawing it back towards your body. And just moving at your own pace. And maybe next time the leg comes towards your body, grabbing it and drawing it in towards your chest. Taking a couple breaths here. And releasing, foot back to the floor. And coming down into the feet, just rocking back and forth from the balls of your feet and then onto your heels. So rocking onto the balls of your feet, lifting the heels off the floor, and then shifting the weight back into the heels and curling the toes up off the floor. And then maybe extending the right foot again and just rolling out the ankle one direction and then the other. Pointing and flexing the foot a few times, wiggling the toes. And switching legs, taking any movements of the ankles, feet, and toes. And releasing the foot back to the floor. And we'll do our forward fold now. So taking an inhale, as you exhale, folding forward and coming down onto the elbows. So the elbows are resting on your thighs. I like to do this hand position where the tips of my fingers are connected. Feeling the balance of energy flowing throughout the body. And you can stay here in this sort of half fold If you'd like to fold all the way down, and walk the hands down the legs, and then just let your body hang forward. Feeling the internal organs being massaged by your breath. We'll walk ourselves back up the legs. Coming back to a seated position. We'll do another little energizing breath practice. This is one of my favorite hand positions that we've done before is the lotus seal, the lotus mudra. So if you bring your hands palms together, resting in front of your heart, and then releasing your 3 middle fingers, so fanning them out kind of like the blossoms of the lotus flower. So the hands look like that. And then as you inhale, letting your lotus flower rise up like the lotus flower through the muddy waters. And then exhale, letting the arms sweep down by your side. Let's flow through that a couple more times. So finding that lotus position, inhaling the arms up. And exhale, arms sweeping down. Keep flowing like that, moving with your own breath. Maybe visualizing an actual lotus flower, or visualizing yourself as the lotus flower coming up through the darkness and into the light. Let's do this just one more time. And releasing the arms back down by your sides. So we'll prepare for our warrior 2. And as always, the leg positions are optional. So if it feels like too much for the inner thighs, hip flexors, feel free to just take the arm movements and the breathing. So we'll turn the right foot out in the chair. And then the left foot extends out to the side. And again, you can kind of find your own position. So if the leg extended doesn't work, you can keep the left leg in. And the right toes are pointing to the right. And the left toes are slightly turned in. And we'll extend the right arm out in front and the left arm behind. This is our warrior position. And there's also an option to keep the back arm on your hip if having both arms extended doesn't feel quite right. And from wherever you are, we're going to flow back and forth between our reverse warrior or sun warrior and our warrior 2. So as we inhale, we'll flip that front palm and begin to gently arch the back and bring the right arm above the head, and the left arm can rest on the hip or the back leg. And then we'll exhale back into warrior 2. We'll do that a few more times. So flipping the palm, coming into our reverse warrior, exhaling back into warrior 2. And just moving with your own breath. And next time you come into reverse warrior, we'll hold there for a few breaths. Feeling that opening, sense of opening in the chest. The feet are strongly rooted into the floor. And releasing back through warrior two. Releasing the arms and bringing the legs back to center. Be windshield wipering the legs a couple of times. And then bringing the hands to the thighs, we'll do a few gentle hip circles. Just rolling the torso, shifting the weight between the hips, and then going back in the other direction. And we'll come into our warrior two on the other side now. So this time turning out the left foot. Finding your warrior two. It might be different on this side than the other. And one side may be tighter or more open. And then the back hand can either be on your hip or extended out. And the left arm is extended out to the front. Feeling of standing in our power here in this warrior pose. And we'll begin our little flow back and forth between our reverse warrior. So inhaling, flipping the front palm, bending backwards, exhaling back into warrior two, and finding your own flow between these two positions. And the next time you come to reverse warrior, we'll hold here for a few breaths. And coming back into warrior two, and then releasing the arms and releasing the legs, resetting back center. Once again, if you'd like to just do a little windshield wiper. And maybe a few more hip circles. In the other direction. Releasing back to center. We'll take a few more of those breaths like we did at the beginning. So inhaling, drawing the shoulders up and scrunching up all the muscles of the face. And then exhale, sighing it all out. We'll do that 2 more times. And last time. So now we'll move into another little flow sequence with the arms. We'll go through it once a little bit more slowly, and you can follow along, and then we'll repeat it a couple of times, taking it a little bit faster. So finding your right hand, lift the palm up, and as you inhale, raise the right arm up above your head. And exhale, flip the palm back down, letting the arm come back down by your side. And we'll do this a couple more times. You might even follow your hand with your gaze. Really lock in to the present moment, the sensations of this movement. One more time, inhaling, arm raises up. Exhale, back down by your side. Now once again, we'll inhale the arm up. And this time as you exhale, maybe grabbing onto the chair and just bending over to the left. And we'll stay here for 2 breaths, 2 deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, rise back up. And exhale, arm comes down to the side. Inhale, and we'll bring both hands to the outside of the right leg. And exhale, fold down over the leg. And then let your body move to the center. And inhale, rising, seated, engaging the core. So now we'll repeat that with the left hand. Inhale, arm rises, maybe following it with your gaze. Exhale, arm comes down. Inhale, arm sweeps up. And exhale, release. One more time like this. Inhaling the arm up. And exhale, release. This time, inhale the arm up. And as you exhale, bend over to the right side, taking 2 breaths here. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, arm comes all the way back down. Inhale, placing the hands on the outside of the leg. Exhale, folding over the left leg and then rotating the upper body to the center. Inhale, engaging the core, rising back up to seated. We'll do that again, going just a little bit faster, but moving with your own breath. Inhale, arm rises up. Exhale, flipping the palm, arm comes down. 2 more times. And we'll inhale the arm up. And exhale, bending to the left for 2 breaths. Rising back up to center. And exhale, arm comes down. Inhale, bringing the hands to the outside of the right leg. And exhale as you fold forward over the right leg, rotating the body to the center. Forward fold. Inhaling to rise back up. Repeating that on the left side, inhaling up with the arm. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Exhale, releasing the arm. Inhaling it back up. And exhale, bending to the right. Taking 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, rising back up. And exhale, dropping the arms back down by your side. Inhale, placing the hands to the outside of the left leg. Exhale, folding over the leg. And rotating to a forward fold in the center. Inhale, engaging the core to rise back up. And exhale, releasing. We'll move now into our goddess pose. So shifting yourself back up towards the front of your chair if you're not already there. Heel toe the feet out as wide as you want to, as wide as is comfortable. And we'll bring our arms up on the inhale, making our goalpost goddess arms. We'll do another little flow with the arms. So on the inhale, straightening the arms up by the ears. Exhale, arms come down halfway in front of you. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, back to goddess arms. Do that again a couple more times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, float them down halfway in front. Open wide. Exhale, goddess arms. Last time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bringing them down to center. In. Exhale, goddess arms. Here we'll come to an extended side angle. So bringing the right forearm to the right thigh, extending the left arm up towards the sky, maybe following it with your gaze. And stay here if you'd like a little bit more. Bring the arm down towards the ankle or even the floor, on how you're feeling today. Feeling that openness in the chest with our stable goddess base. Just breathing here. Releasing the arms, slowly walking back up. We'll switch sides. So left forearm comes to left thigh. Right arm extends up towards the sky. The gaze can follow it or stay more neutral. You don't have the next feeling. Stay here. Or let the left arm drop towards the floor as you breathe here. Releasing the right arm and helping yourself back up to center. Walking the feet back to about hip distance apart. If you want to give your legs a little shake after that powerful opener of the inner thighs over your head. And returning and resetting in our seated mountain, we'll find a seated pigeon. So you know the options by now. And the right foot, we'll start with the right foot. So you can have the foot on the floor, rolling out onto the outer edge of the right foot so that you have this nice opening of your hip. Or if you'd like a little more, you can grab your leg and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Wherever you are, bringing your hands either to your hips or grabbing onto the sides of the chair, whichever feels more stable. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward just until you feel that first little whisper of sensation. You don't ever want to push into a place of pain. You can direct your breath to where you're feeling the sensation, most likely in our hips. Turning to seated, open your leg off. And we'll switch sides. So either rolling on the outer edge of the left foot this time, feeling that opening in the hip, or drawing the ankle across the knee. Taking an inhale wherever you are. Exhale, hinging forward, back is flat over the front leg. Noticing where you're feeling sensation, directing your breath to that part of your body. Back up to seated. Open your leg down. We'll come into just a couple of seated twists before our Shavasana. So turning so that you're sitting facing the right in your chair. Grabbing back the chair with your hands, using your hands to draw you into twist position. Your neck needs a a little bit more right now. You can shift your gaze from shoulder to shoulder. And a little bit of motion. Releasing. Walking your feet back through center. Facing the left this time. Grabbing onto the top corners of your chair with your hands. Gently pulling yourself into the twist. Taking it slow and listening to your body. Once again, if your neck is feeling a little stiff, take those movements from shoulder to shoulder. Gently beginning to untwist, coming back to center, any last movements before Shavasana, getting all those wiggles out. When you're ready, finding a nice, comfortable position in your chair, a position that's really comfortable for you to just rest, relax the next few minutes. Once you've found stillness, letting your eyes come closed, or soften your gaze. Once again, bringing your focus inwards. Quick scan of your body. Feeling tension anywhere. So relax. Notice your body's feeling different when we started this practice. Resisting the impulse to put a label on it, positive or negative. Just noticing what is. Now gently bringing the focus to your breath and now through the nose. Tapping into what your breath feels like in your body. The rise and fall, belly, chest. Noticing organs expand and contract. As the breath moves through the body. I'm going to guide you through a short breathing practice, a modification of alternate nostril breathing, also known as channel breathing.
channel purification. On your next inhale, imagine the breath is coming in only through your right nostril. And the breath rise up into the crown of your head. As you exhale, picturing the breath exhaling only through your left nostril. Picture the inhale coming in through the left, out through the right. Opening your focus now, picturing the inhale coming in from your right toes all the way through the feet, up the right side of your body, up through the belly, the chest, to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, exhaling all the way up the left side of your body, down, 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 exhaling through your toes. Back in the other direction. Inhale through the left side. Exhaling through the right. Continuing this practice, following the rhythm of your own breath. So breathe here, maybe picturing with each inhale, breath extending up the top, a fresh and cool mountain. And to its peak at your third eye, the space between your eyes. And as you exhale, imagining the breath coming down the side of the mountain, all the way to the bottom. Picture the breath flowing in and out. Imagine breathing in clarity, renewal. Breathing out any stale air, frustration, tension, stress, or anxiety. Roll down the side of the mountain and away from you. Gently let go of this alternate nostril breathing. Turn to the rhythm, natural rhythm of your breath. Beginning to take some gentle movements. Maybe a big stretch. Bring your awareness back into the body. Take a deeper inhale here. As you exhale, bring your hands to rest, palms together in front of your heart. Take just a moment here to drink in all the benefits of this practice. Set an intention, maybe bringing that to mind once again. Yourself thanks coming to your chair today for this practice. Taking time for yourself in this season of busyness. Thank your body, your breath, carrying you through. Namaste.